Two, one, go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 215 of the Strategies and Podcast. I'm your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you want to find us, head over to our Instagram page here or our Twitter page, Strategies and Pod or Strategies and Podcasts. That will tell us where we're situated at streaming wise. Link in the bio on both of those profiles. And yeah, make sure you do that for us, guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Engage with us. Flows, you're here another week. A week after, obviously, the aftermath of AJ and whatnot. I think it's been a nice, chilled, calm week, would you say? I would say, to be honest, Flows. Not much going on, but as always, bro, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, but like I said, mate, I think a welcome lull period a little bit, I guess, before it all picks up again. We've done some more digesting regarding the AJ stuff, but not really talk about AJ. Let's talk about, I guess, what's happened over the weekend, bro. Um, like I said, not much, but it is worth mentioning. The face of boxing return flows. So we always got to talk about the face of boxing.
Yeah.
The real AB, the only AB I acknowledge personally. Yeah, in fact, we're gonna call it the real AB flows. I don't know any other year, the real AB. Just like we had the real big baby with Jared Aronson versus Romero. This is the real AB. Alicia Baumgardner, her first fight since she got pinged for what for PEDs flows.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Bus
and then
case, beat that.
last case, beat the case again. We're fit. Look, we like to see a clean sport. And if you piss dirty flows, if you piss hot, we'll come at you. But she bust the case. It's been like almost a year, hasn't it, Flows, since she last
Yeah.
fought because of that. Um, I can't remember the full details as to how she bust case to be honest, Flows, but what that matters is she's bust case.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't need to
Yeah.
know. We knew
Now,
she was innocent from the get-go.
other people, we might delve a bit deeper as to how they, the technicalities of it. But AB, I trust her.
Yeah.
I trust her. But Flows, this is obviously can't forget AB is an undisputed champion in her weight class. I think featherweight.
Mm.
She's got all the belts. And this is obviously her first fight in about a year. Comeback fight, defending all her belts against an opponent we know very well, Flows, Delphine Persoon.
Yeah.
Um, who, as you know, Flows, gave Katie Taylor two fights of hell. Uh, I mean, for a lot of people, she arguably beat Katie Taylor in at least one of those fights. Um, but yeah, I remember. I feel like you felt like the Persoon took at least one of them. I think the first
Yeah.
one.
100%, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she.
So yeah, but so one might think, Flows, that this would be yeah, yeah. So one might think that this is like a tough comeback for AB and an opponent the quality of Delphine Persoon. But to be honest, Flows, for how long it lasted, because this fight only did last 4 rounds, due to the fact that I think in the fourth round, there was an accidental clash of heads that opened up a nasty cut over Persoon's eye, and the doctor went in and stopped the fight, Flows, and it was ruled a no contest. Or was it technical decision or was it no contest? It might have been TD.
No contest because it was
No,
first
yeah,
four
no, yeah,
rounds.
yeah, yeah, yes, no contest, yes. But Flows, up until then, I must say, AB looked good. She looked very, very good. She dropped Persoon in the first round. Not a heavy knockdown, quick flash one. It was one of those ones where, she caught Persoon with a counter shot. Persoon was throwing, so she was off balance a little bit. Her glove touched the canvas very, very briefly. You know, as we know by the rules Flows, even though, Persoon didn't necessarily go down, if your glove touches the canvas, that is officially ruled a knockdown. But yeah, AB looked sharp in there, man. Countering Persoon as she came in, showed that she still has power. Um, and yeah, man, it's good to see her. It's a shame that it didn't go the full distance, but up until that point, Flores, I thought she looked good personally. She looked sharp, and it's good to see her back in action. To be honest, Flores, always got welcome the face of boxing back. So yeah, happy to see her
Yeah.
be back. Yeah.
Yeah. She looks good off despite the year layoff.
Mm.
Pursuing obviously coming down in weight, so I question how.
How she
Um,
even made the weight, to be honest.
yeah, I question if she was 100%. She's
Mm.
obviously. getting on as well, Delphine.
Yeah.
So I can't say it's the best Delphine we've seen. But AB looked sharp. She looked good. It's a shame how it ended. I don't even think the cut looked bad initially, but they didn't even try to clean it up, and so I couldn't actually
Yeah,
see how
Flowz.
bad the cut
I was
was.
I I was gonna say it didn't. Yeah, as you said, Flowz. I was surprised. I thought to myself, is that really what's causing this fight? Really, have they even attempted to try and let them dress up a little bit, let go on for a couple of rounds? I was quite surprised at how quickly they just jumped in and said, nope, no more.
Yeah, he took it, went straight to the doctor, and I guess the doctor said no. But it looked bloody, but they didn't even let her wipe, they didn't wipe anything, they didn't clean it up. I couldn't actually see how
Yeah,
bad the cut was. So I was a bit like, wow, we stopping it like that.
yeah, man.
But I saw certain beef is still frying. The Groot had something to say, was joined
Of
immediately.
course, of course, of course, of
Clarissa
course, of
Shields
course.
was laughing, and I don't really know what she's laughing and mocking about because it's no contest.
Yeah,
It's what it is. It's not a
and it
loss.
weren't exactly, and it weren't even like AB looked trash. She looked good,
Yeah,
so I'm not too sure
yeah.
what she was. Yeah, so
I don't know. Like,
but you know how it is with Flowz with these girls, especially with Clarissa. If it's up forever. That's how she is. So yeah,
yeah, it's there. Look, AB. I guess it was still for her belt. She's still got a belt. She ain't
yeah.
lose. She's
Mm,
dropped. She's looked impressive. She's got some rounds now.
mm.
Yeah, so I'm a bit confused, but yeah, hopefully AB can get out soon. Maybe they run it back. I doubt Persoon will want that after what she went through.
Mm. To make
Yeah,
back, yeah,
good to have AB back.
yeah. Also worth noting as well, Floyd, she's a free agent now too.
Is
She
she?
she was she tweeted that, yeah, she said free in all caps free agent. So
Okay.
yeah, she's a free agent. I don't know if we will see her back with Eddie again or not. Obviously, I think her run with Matchroom was very, very good. Run with
Mm.
Matchroom ended in her becoming undisputed, so and becoming quite a name. So um but we know, Flows, a lot of boxers are doing this free agent route and whatnot, and just being a bit more flexible with what we're doing in their deals and whatnot. Whoever offers them the most bread, really, the most opportunity, they'll sign with. So yeah.
Yeah.
But she seemed very quick to just tweet that out there that she's a free agent. So we'll see what
Well,
happens there.
that crowd, that where I don't know where they fought. I don't know what station it was. I saw it caught on YouTube, but it looked scanty in there. So I don't know.
Bro,
Like,
it
get
looked
back on,
empty. It looked empty. I'll be so real.
bro. She better go sign back with Eddie or something. Because yeah, that looks quite.
Yeah, it looked very empty. Um, Speaking of obviously AB, a former beef and whatnot, a former opponent of hers who she had a lot of beef with. Michaela Meyer also fought Flowz, Sandy Ryan, UK's own Sandy Ryan. Um, she was challenging Sandy for her belt. Before she was, I think she said she's going to move up to the division up afterwards, but she wants to win this title fight here before she moves up. Actually, there actually was a bit of needle between these two Flowz. I don't know if you followed the whole trader beef between the two of them.
Um, I saw an incident happen before the fight, but I wasn't following the beef too tough.
Yeah.
What
Well,
was that about?
basically, it's about trainers. So Ryan actually moved over to America, and she moved to Mayer's gym in the UK. I mean, sorry, she moved to Mayer's gym in the USA,
Okay,
and basically took her trainer. That's what Mayer is accusing her of. So
but
Mayer
May's
then had to,
still with Coach Chow, though.
huh?
May's always been with Coach Chow, no?
Yeah, she's always, but she's because of apparently Ryan came into the gym
Yeah.
and took my man, so she then had to move and change trainers basically.
Okay.
So yeah, she's been accusing May's been accusing Ryan of stealing her head coach basically, and obviously Ryan saying that that's not the case. That's what happened. He preferred to work with me, blah blah. But yeah, essentially Ryan came to the gym, moved into the gym, and my man decided to check up with Ryan, leaving Maya coachless. So she had to go and do her own thing. So that's apparently the the beef over it. But yeah, um, that aside, Flowz, I expected. Not that I don't rate Sandy Ryan, but obviously I kind of rate Michaela Meyer highly. I think she's probably one of the best female boxers out there, to be honest. And it was a it was a competitive scrap, Flowz, but Michaela looked good in there. She deservedly got the win, I thought, but it was a majority decision. but she was the better fighter on the night. She looked sharper to me, bit more experience, I guess, in um those kind of fights, and she just landed the cleaner, better shots throughout the night, in my opinion. But yeah, credit to Sandy Ryan. She gave a valiant effort in defending her belt, but Michaela Mayer was always the class in that ring for me. So yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was a great fight. I thought it was
yeah,
a really, really good fight. They were both landing good shots. I gave it to Mayer, but it was close, and I think the scorecards were close as well. I think
yeah, they
it
were
was a made MD. So
MD. Yeah,
when I did a draw, two gave it to
yeah,
Mayer. So I think it's fair. And
yeah.
nothing was wide. But yeah, really great fight. Had me readjusting in my seat, had me oohing and ahhing. So once again, a testament to women's boxing.
Yeah.
How good a fight this was. And I don't want to mention a certain Italian boxer who brought shame to women's boxing. But yeah, shout out to Michaela Mayer, Sandy Ryan, because they
Yeah. And now Maya's going to move up, I think, and obviously do everything in the weight classes above. You know what? So, for even at some point, obviously, she's a lot bigger than Baumgardner right now, but I feel like a rematch someday between those two will happen. I would like to see it happen, because we know how close that first fight was, how
mm,
contentious it was, and just the generation. I got Flo's generational needle between the both of them. Generational needle. So yeah,
yeah,
I would
all
like to see
time.
them two running back all time, bro, all timer. The build up was an all timer.
And the fact is, they didn't keep us waiting too long. They got that ring after a year of back and forth, and
Yep.
yeah, they were straight in
And
there.
it wasn't a stinker either, Flows. It was a barnstormer. They both were going
Yeah.
to work. Yeah, man.
Mm. Um,
Definitely want to see those two run it back.
what did you catch? What's it called? The whole paint can thing with Sandy Ryan and Mayer.
Yes. So she got like she got assaulted by people throwing paint cans or something like that. Basically, that was the
Yeah,
case, wasn't it?
yeah. Well, the term assault so it seems a bit too deep for me. Someone threw paint on her is what I saw. I
Yeah.
saw the picture. Well,
But
actually,
her
just
camp was there. Flows. Her camp was there saying that she shouldn't have been on the ring that night because of that assault.
yeah,
That's how I call it assault. 'Cause that's what her camp pointed at
yeah.
us. They said she shouldn't have been fighting that night because of it.
Yeah, they were saying a lot, but I saw the picture. The pictures were killing me because she took one right after it happened. Then she took one
Yeah,
where she was naked with paint on her. I thought, what you did? This is paint. Like,
yeah,
look, it could have been much worse. I don't want to make too light
yeah,
of it. It could have been something more serious in that case.
yeah, yeah,
So the proper protection should have been there and whatnot. But
for sure.
I don't know if it rattled her too much. I don't know if she's making an excuse as to why because I'm here now. She's going to the police and she wants to press charges. She
Yep.
believes it was Mayor's camp who set this up. I've never felt Mayor was that type of person.
Mm.
She's never been that. Yeah, I don't know.
So she's never been someone to stoop to that sort of tactics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that we
She's
know of,
never stooped
anyways.
low. And
Yeah,
yeah, I know she has a good team or Coach Charles good. What's it
yeah,
called? Kofi Gentile is in her corner as well. He's always in the Mayweather boxing gym. So I don't know.
mm.
Maybe it could have been someone associated with their camp, but I don't think it's come under Michaela's instruction or such. I
Mm.
don't know. It could have just been a random crazy fan. Who knows?
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't think it had too much effect on the outcome of the fight. I'll be real. It's pain.
yeah,
Shower
I
it's
agree.
off.
No, I agree. But yeah, it's funny, very very funny. But yeah, nice win for Mayor. Good to see Baumgardner back as well. Yeah, decent night for women's boxing. Um,
What's it as well?
Also, sorry.
Were you gonna say the other Terry Harper fought as well? Did you
Yes, I
catch
was gonna
that?
say yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that fight first, but I knew she fought. She fought was it Dixon, right?
Yeah, Rhiannon
Yeah,
Dixon.
Ren Dixon. Yeah, and yeah, she it was a from my understanding it was a comfortable win for us. She was able to kind of show her class in there against Dixon. Did you catch the fight, and what were your thoughts of it? We did see it.
Yeah, I think she first half of the fight she was boxing well, tall, moving, using her jab, which was good. Then Dixon, I think is coached by Anthony Quella. kind of had a good rally in the sixth round and late on
Right.
caught Terry with a big shot in the sixth. And I think Terry kind of
Mm.
went into maybe not survival mode, but
Mm.
you know how women's boxers like to oblige when it comes to trading off. Now,
Facts. Facts.
I think Terry Harper used her brain a bit and decided, let me stay on the back foot and keep boxing and
Mm-hmm.
kind of saw the fight through and landed some of her big shots of her own. But
Mm-hmm.
she weren't willing to stay in there and go toe to toe, which was the smart thing.
Yeah.
And I think
Mm.
she was fully deserving of the win. Three-time champ now, I believe. So shout out to
Yeah.
Terry Harper,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. She is three-time champ. Yeah. No, fair enough. Big up to Terry, man. Nice win. Um, yeah, no, I was gonna sort of make our way flows to what we have coming up next week. Just a few cards to talk about. First one really would be over here in the UK in Liverpool. Nick Ball, homecoming fight for him. Which we last saw him in the Matchroom 5v5, where he took that very close razor thin decision against Ray Ford. So we have him. He beat Ray Ford, and he's now defending. I think this is I'm not too sure if this is a mandatory or voluntary defense, but he's up against an American fighter called Ronnie Rios, who I'm not too familiar with flows. And well, I know he fought Miro Jadun, MJ. That's the guy who lost to Pales when they
Yeah,
went and unified. I know he lost to him for his belts. He fought Ray Vargas a few years ago as well and lost.
yeah,
But yeah, he's beat a few names that I know of, like Diego De La Hoya, Oscar Negrete. But yeah, he's coming over from America to challenge Nick Ball for his belts. It's a nice homecoming fight for Nick Flowz. I expect him to win this fight, obviously in his familiar sort of wrecking ball style. And it's a big home crowd be supporting him, Flowz. I think it'll be electric. And yeah, we should see a nice, exciting Nick Paul performance. Obviously, we know he's a crowd pleaser in the way he fights. Very,
mm,
very crowd pleasing style. So yeah, that should be a nice one for him.
yeah. Look, I want to say he should win, um,
Yeah.
but some of these homecoming fights we've seen big upsets in these homecoming
Yeah.
fights. We
Or
haven't,
even stinkers from the rest from the bottlers and the home crowd favorite
yeah,
struggles.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That, but I'm not too familiar with Ronnie Rios. I think I might have caught the Ray Vargas fight. But he's Mexican, ain't he? Well, yeah, Rios, right?
Mexican
Mexicans,
descent. Yeah.
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 So, and we know what the Mexican guys do to these UK fighters or have done in the past.
Facts.
But I can't say that's my prediction. I'm just wary of
Yeah.
that happening. Nick
Mm,
Ball should go out and do his thing and
mm.
hopefully try and get a stoppage or something exciting for the Liverpool crowd.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they should hopefully win him through. They'll be electric in there as well. They'll
Yeah,
be going for it. Um, Also worth mentioning, Flows. It's not our favorite division right now, Flows, but it is what it is. It's still a world title fight. Johnny Beck, who I think by our consensus, Flows is probably the best middleweight out there at the moment. He's got two of them. He's got the IBF and the WO belt. He is got mandatory defense against an undefeated. He's Russian born but New Zealand raised 160 pounder in Andre Mikhailovich. So I think this fight is going to be on, if I'm not mistaken, Flows. It's over in Australia. It's going to be on a Friday. Yeah, next week Friday, Flows. I think so. Yeah, that's Friday the 4th of October. So yeah, I'm not too familiar with this Mikhailovich guy. Again, got his resume up here, Flows, 21 fights. He's undefeated, 13 wins by KO. Um, on his resume, Flows, it's a bunch of people over in Australia and New Zealand. So yeah, no clue what this guy's going to be like. Haven't seen him, haven't heard of him before, Flows, but he's obviously he fought a world title eliminated last year. won that. So now it's his number. It's been called up to fight Janibek. I'm trying to see which governing body he's been mandated for. IBF. Yeah. So they managed to get Janibek over to Australia to fight this guy. But yeah, just based on what I know from Janibek, I do rate him Flowz. I think he should be able to navigate this one comfortably. But it was sort of a foregone conclusion because these, some of these New Zealand, Australian guys who we don't see much of, some of them are really good. So yeah, it could be an unknown quantity. But yeah, that middleweight
Yeah,
division is tough.
that's all it is. The
Yeah.
middleweight division still.
Mm.
So a lot of these names I ever heard of, I haven't seen fight.
Yeah.
It's going through a rebuild as a division. And like we said last week, Hamza Shiraz should be really looking to sweep things up. There's a few other
Mm.
names in there, but I ain't familiar with this guy, and he could impress. He
Yeah.
could be the real deal. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that one pans out. But I won't be surprised for us if we see a comprehensive Janibek win there. Just based on who he's been in there with. Whereas this guy hasn't really been in with the class of Janibek, so I'm inclined to say him. Um, but yeah, I think that's it in terms of fights for next week, Flows. Like I said, it's not a big week. It's the following week, Flows. Obviously, we know what's going down the following week that I can't wait for. The promo is kicking. It's live and kicking, isn't it, Flows? I know you've been getting excited by the promo. His Excellency is doing it again with his promo, man. And yeah, man. Next week when we do our pod flows, we're doing our preview. I'm gonna have to think long and hard flows in terms of picking the winner because I'm still back and forth. Right now, I'm Team Bivol, but I could tomorrow I could be Butterbeer again. So boy,
Yeah,
it's interesting seeing everyone pick sides. But yeah, we will obviously get to that when we need to. But I know the promo this
yeah,
week flows. You was getting a bit excited.
yeah. I'm looking forward to it because I guess we will discuss it next week. But more so,
Mm.
this is once again reiterating this is legit the best v the best.
Yeah.
And in cases where we've talked about the best v the best, there's always been people on either side saying, "Nah, what this guy's too small, or this guy's too chinny, or this guy's resume isn't as good." There's none of that with these two.
Hmm.
There's none of that. These two are
Yeah.
legit the best v the best, different styles, but everyone appreciates them as the best, and no one can beat them. So,
Yeesh.
uh, yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
For
But
some look, first, we're gonna have a undisputed 175 champion. Someone's always going as well. I don't see it being a draw. So it can be obviously, but
yeah,
yeah, the way these two fight, they're very conclusive in their wins. You know what I mean,
yeah,
Flores?
yeah,
You
yeah,
haven't, but you haven't going to sleep, or you're getting fully outboxed conclusively. So that's why I feel like this can't even be a draw, So yeah, it's this one is Flores. We've been waiting for this 3+, no, 4, maybe 4 years now. I don't know how long it is, but we've been talking about it for
yeah.
time that one day these two need to scrap. It's here now, finally. Fingers crossed, no more injuries, nothing else. Let's get it on. Um, but boxing news flows.
Actually,
What were you
yeah,
saying?
while we're on this card, the boxing
Yeah,
news, like we said,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
uh, your boy who's on this card. We'll start with this bit
Well,
of
Chris,
drama. Yeah,
not
you
my boy, but
see,
yeah,
you
yeah, the
see him.
scumbag.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
the scumbag
Bose. You know what?
comments.
Are we bringing Bose of the week back again? Because it was funny. Don't get me wrong, flows. It was very very funny. Obviously, this is the press
Explain to
conference.
listeners. Yeah, go on.
Kickoff presser flows. Promo presser for the Butterbeer Bivol card, undercard as well. Obviously, we killed him 2 weeks ago about how he's fighting Kamil Zerimeta at 35 years old in his career. It's come to him. Obviously, he's signed with boxer Ben Shalom. He's also a bit of a promo whore and a promotion. I mean, promoter whore as well, Chris, because he's been with everyone. He's run through. Flows. Chris Eubank Jr. ran through. Frank Rowan ran through him. Eddie Hearn ran through him. Khaled Salim ran through. So, anyways, yeah, he's very run through. They asked him, so how comes you decided to sign a boxer? And he then went on to go on a rant about how all the promoters behind him are scumbags. He's worked with all of them. He said Frank Warren, scumbag. He's lied and cheated his way through business. And already, I saw Frank's reaction. The way he sat forward, yeah, Frank, cool. He's then gone on to Eddie Hearn. and said he's a scumbag because he tried to, set up the Ben fight and whilst knowing that Ben was on steroids. During this, Frank is interrupting him, trying to tell him to speak up louder and whatnot. Frank is livid, by the way.
Joy at him.
And then he's gone on to Khaled Saulan and said that the Saulan brothers tried to lock him into a slave contract, so he's a scumbag for that as well. Frank again's piping up, trying to say, "Why don't you fight Hamza Shiraz, scumbag?" And he's going to rounded off by saying how, the only one he knows he's not a scumbag is His Excellency. He's a man of God. He wants the best to fight the best. He's not trying to pull any punches or any fast ones. And then obviously he said Ben Shalom's a nice guy as well. Obviously, Eddie kept silent. Khaled kept silent, but Frank, you could see livid, as he was drawing at him, trying to draw him out. Was trying to interrupt him, telling him to speak louder, told him to fight Hamza Shiraz. I said, this is not going to be the last we hear of this because the way I know Frank, he's going to be steaming. That's happened now. And I think shortly afterwards, Flowz, a couple of hours later, we see a statement from Eubank's team apparently saying,
Not before that.
Oh no, no. Frank has said statement first saying basically just killing Eubank and said he's going to sue him. Basically, he said one thing he knows for sure is that he's going to receive a lawsuit against his name because he's accused Frank of being a liar and a cheater, basically. And Frank is very he's well known for not taking slights well and being quick to sue people for defamation and whatnot. So I knew that was coming. So yeah, before that Flowz, Frank has come out and said he's going to sue Eubank basically.
Yeah,
and that he's
Frank mentioned as well that because obviously Eubank mentioned that Frank sued him in the past, and Frank explained that
for 100K I think it was, right?
Yeah, something like that. And Frank said I successfully sued him for a breach of contract. So
yeah,
that's on him, not on me. So yeah, that Frank was like, we're gonna run that back again for what he says.
Yeah.
Like you said, go on.
Couple hours later, Flowz, we see the statement from Eubank and his team apologizing for the comments, retracting his statement against Frank Rubin in terms of a liar and a cheater, and how he's very focused now on his opponent on the October 12th, etc., etc., etc. So he backed out basically. Basically, Flowz, I'll tell you what happened. Boss calls were made. A certain boss call was made. Told Eubank to apologize for all that stuff and to shut his mouth. And he went and do that. He obliged. So, I reckon Turkey probably got on the blower Flowz and said none of that. And, that's what made Team Eubank retract that statement. If Eubank was a G Flowz, he should have stood on business. But we know he's a melt. We know he backs out of things. So, that's what happened.
Yeah, I saw him post a tweet on the video. Maybe it was today or yesterday with like the shush symbol. So I don't know if he's trying to be cheeky, but initially I thought because Frank's been around a long time. He's got the gangster ties. Initially I thought maybe Frank
he's a good as well.
Yeah, but then I saw Frank issued a statement saying he too apologizes, and I was like, nah.
Bro,
that's Turkey. That's Turkey.
Boss calls were made. His Excellency applied pressure from the top down. And that's what he said. He said, I want none of that rubbish here.
He told us both to cut out.
Bro, because how Turkey's been big on this whole everyone gets along kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everyone gets along. He's friends with everyone. He definitely just applied pressure on both sides and said, nah, you man, cut it out. Cut it out. None of that. Simple. And that was that. Simple, Flowz. That's why he's the face of that's why he's the GOAT. That's why Turkey's the GOAT. Typical Chris Eubank Jr. behavior. But it was funny though, seeing Frank just head hot, just go. Frank fully would have boxed him up, I'm telling you, Flowz, I'm not joking. Frank is a good, so
he couldn't even stay composed. His head was gone.
Close. And he is a good because I will never forget that interview. Obviously, Frank Warren's been shot one time, I think. Yeah. And they were like, oh yeah, they were talking about whatever. He said, some guy shot me. And he basically was like, do you know what happened to him? The way he dropped that he's not around no more. Who do you think that's because of? He basically dropped that. I said, this guy's a good.
Frank's got the gangster ties. He's been around a long time.
Flowz, Bricktop from Snatch. That's who he is. Yeah. Bricktop.
Like if you're a boxing promoter in those days, Yeah, you gotta have
I
the
could, you can imagine, folks. It was lawless, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
But yeah, nice bit of controversy, courtesy of Chris. But also in the boxing news, Flores, is there anything else that's worth touching upon? Um, Rumored
So
opponent for Javante Tank Davis is Lamont Roach Jr., who's a weight class below him. Apparently, that's the rumored opponent.
we'll
I ain't gonna
see.
say too much about that one.
Yeah, I don't like talking about room with opponents with Tank because who knows
Mhm.
what they're on. But yeah, I saw the Devin Haney and Bill Haney talking about suing or
Yep.
pressing charges on Ryan Garcia. I don't have the details,
Yep.
but
It,
that's interesting.
for loss of earnings, I think it is flows. That's the main.
Okay,
I think yeah, yeah,
which makes sense. Which makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I hope they get what they. In fact, yeah, I hope they get their money because what Ryan Garcia done was isn't talked about enough. Isn't talked
He
about enough.
purposely missed weight.
This weight.
Yeah, and then
Um,
obviously had them them pairs in the system.
Tried to lie and blame
Yep.
other blame everything, but take responsibility. Well,
It's
two
Flows,
tests, or was it three tests?
yeah, it's so funny though, first because it's the debate you see it in comments when obviously it's the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney topic. Just how people are still, I won't say Team Ryan, but still happy to make it. I mean, they're saying obviously the amounts of was it ostarine, for example, that's found within him. They were saying,
Mm,
oh, it's the trait it was so small that that's not enough to make a difference to the way that your son got beat up, or enough to make a difference to the way your son kept walking into the left hand. And Flores, my response to that is, yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe it wasn't enough to really give him that unfair superior advantage. But if I'm Devin Haney, why would I not use that and spin that as a, because legally he failed a test.
mm.
So of course, yeah, it probably wasn't enough to give him that massive unfair advantage, Flores. But end of the day, I lost, and this guy was found guilty of having performance enhancing drugs. So no matter when you cut and dice it, I'm going to spin that to my advantage, which is what they're doing, and they're doing it perfectly. So it is what it
Yeah.
is.
What's the name? Paulie Malignaggi explains it well that the reason why there will only be trace amounts found. I can't remember what exactly he said,
Mm,
but he says the way they would microdose and over time they'll kind of wane it
mm,
off, and
mm.
it'll be hard to test. That's why it appears to be small amounts in his system, but it's probably something he's been taking
Oh
for
wow.
time. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah, listeners, go find that video if you're questioning the amount he's taken. But
They sounds like
yeah,
they did it
yeah, like
smartly compared to Miller, who we apparently had bare in it. Like Miller, they said they found ridiculous amounts, like horse levels, like. But clearly they were a bit smarter, a little bit.
yeah, well they tried to be anyway.
Or
But
tried to
yeah,
be, yeah.
yeah, let's see how that develops. But
Mm.
yeah, Devin Haney's still getting cooked by people. He's just
Bro,
still getting
everyone's
cooked.
saying, "Oh, we will never forget the knockdowns. You lost that night." They'll never forget. They'll never. He's getting blamed for something that he didn't necessarily do. Cool, he got beat up, but end of the day, it's rightfully ruled a no contest. He lives again. He lives to fight another day. But yeah, they for some reason they're moving like he's the one that cheated. That's what makes it quite fascinating to me.
Yeah, crazy.
But Flores, I think we can leave it there. Nice, short and concise one. This has been episode 215 of the Strat Season podcast. I'm your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flows.
And as always, guys, please keep it locked. Peace.